Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming to yoga today. My name's Mellara, but you guys know that, but just in case. And I'm so happy to be with you and to practice some present moment awareness through some really just gentle, functional movement, yogic stretches, as well as some breathing. Really just getting embodied. Whatever time that you have to be able to do this, I'm happy for you. I was just saying to one of our students that, whatever time you have is the amount of time you're supposed to do. I know that, we always think more is better. But everything in moderation. And if you only have a few minutes to be with yourself, definitely take it because it's worth something and you're worth it. So I'm going to go back to my yoga mat and we'll begin. All right. So hopefully you've got any type of combination of a yoga bolster, a couple of yoga blocks, strap, blanket. If you don't have these things, I don't want you to think that you can't be here. If you've just got a wood floor, you can be here. If you've just got carpeted floor, if you're just sitting outside, you can be here, okay? Because all these things can be modified. And you're your best teacher. So I want you to listen to the teacher within you in regards to what you're going to do today, the stretches you're going to get into. And sometimes we don't know if a stretch isn't right for us until we're actually trying to be in it. So listen to your body. It'll tell you not today, or I think I can go deeper. And you'll start getting to know the difference between pain, which is not good, or uncomfort, right? Uncomfort is probably, if it's a good uncomfort and you feel like you're stretching, then maybe let's be more present and go deeper there. All right, so into that. All right, so I'm just sitting up. Hopefully you can too. You can be up on a chair, closing your eyes, just really feeling the crown of your head reach up like an extension of your spine. It doesn't have to look like how we see people sit so perfectly on, meditation magazines or anything like that. No, you're just sitting the way that is feeling connecting for you. So you're feeling the heart maybe lift up a little bit here, chin level with the ground. Relax your knees and begin to go inside where maybe you can observe your breath. Okay, so this moment, maybe you've been running around already a lot today, and your breath is shallow or feeling challenged. So notice where it is. There you go. That's it. And then now start to now deepen your awareness of breathing to where now we're actually going to perform deeper breaths. So let's inhale through the nose and gently let it out through your mouth, relaxing your shoulders. That's it. Maybe move your head. Yeah. And take a deep breath in through nose again. Let it out through mouth. That's it. Let the shoulders relax. One more time. Deep breath in through nose and out through mouth. Oh, you're so good. And now just bring one hand on your heart. It's usually that left hand. It's, closest to the heart. And maybe let's bring the other hand on top of it. I always love to start this way. I want you to feel your heart beating, right? Maybe you can go there and feel that. Yeah, that's it. And let's breathe in and out through the nose right now, 3 deep breaths. So in through nose, out through nose. Feel your heart beating. Deep breath in through nose, out through nose. Amazing. One more time. Deep breath in and deep breath out. So good. Now release your hands down. Don't open up your eyes yet. Just still feel that crown of your head reach up. If your eyes are open, you're keeping a soft gaze. Of course, please come as you are, do that. But I want you to feel now an intention for yourself. Why are you here? Do you know what you might need, what your body's asking for? Maybe it's something in a healing sense or in a spiritual sense. Maybe it's, oh, I just want some good movement so I don't feel so achy in my body. Try to define it for yourself so that you don't just go through the motions. And let's go into that intention for three times. Say it to yourself 3 times. So good. All right, now start to open up your eyes and keep your gaze soft. So nice. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move everything to the side. I like to have my blocks in front of me because then I know I can use them when we start to move into standing poses. And I'm going to also move my bolster up to this side. Sometimes I'll place it on the other end of the yoga mat because I'll tend to use it on this side as well. And you might decide you're going to do the same. So I'm going to bring my hands down on my yoga mat. I'm going to spread my fingers wide. The crease of your wrist is running parallel with the front of your yoga mat. So just kind of check that out. Little splay hand action, little jazz hands. And then take your knees back a little further than your hips are. Maybe even a little bit further than even that. So yeah, I'm a good distance back. So my knees are not underneath my hips. And then I'm going to take my hips over to one side. It looks like this, and then to the center and to the other side. So these are called hip circles. So all the way to one side, yeah, to the middle and to the other. You can't get it wrong. It's just kind of your expression of hip circles, and it helps the joints a little bit, just kind of moving into the joints of the body. Do it with your mindful energy, your mindfulness. So deep breath in through nose, deep breath out through nose, Ujjayi pranayama, and then taking your hips in the other direction, deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. That's it. Keep it going. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Amazing. And now bring your knees back to where they're underneath your hips. So knees underneath hips. Try to come into more of a neutral spine. So you're not rounding, you're not arching, but you're finding a place right in the middle. And then we're going to turn our head to look at our left shoulder and then maybe even our left hip. And then you bring your chin in. I can't see my left hip, but it's just my intention to do that. And then do you sense or feel a stretch on the right side hip or right side of you? Yeah. And then take it to the other side, turning your head to look to the right shoulder and the right hip. Deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, nose breathing, deep breath out. And then coming back to center, rounding and arching. Exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale to round it. Inhale to arch it. So good. Good. And then coming into downward facing dog and just really take your time to come into down dog. Curl those toes under, bring your hips up high, drop your head down low. Bend one knee, straighten up the other. Take it side to side. That's it. That's it. Side to side. Side to side. Heel toe, heel toe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Yeah, just doing the best right now, the best you can. And then just gently walking your feet all the way up to your hands, coming into your forward bend. Separate your feet hips distance. Your toes are coming in a bit, your heels are out. Slight bend of your knees. And then just let your head drop down into the space and breathe into the back of your neck, your shoulders. Let everything just fall down. Some nice traction for your spine. Knees are bent. Yeah, so that's going to help out the lower back. We don't want to really come into that lower back too much here. Maybe take your weight a bit forward. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. And then draw your belly button in. Keep those knees bent. Inhale and lengthen, chin away from chest. And then exhale and fold in. Good. Inhale and lengthen again. And then exhale and fold in. Good. One more time. Inhale and lengthen. Good. Exhale and fold in. Amazing. Now, heel to your feet a little bit closer in. Can you take the right leg way, way back and move the left foot to the left side a little bit? So you're off the tightrope. Left knee is right above your ankle. So check that out. Slowly coming up, crescent pose. Yeah, find your balance in your breathing. So in through nose, out through nose. Your arms are going to reach up. You might decide to have your palms face the front of your room just because that'll soften your shoulders, and then you can bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Amazing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. You're doing so good. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, bend your elbows. Amazing. And then reach out in front of you. Draw the belly button in. Are you breathing in and out through your nose? Challenging moment here. And then dropping your hands down on the ground. I'm going to use my bolster for the right hand. You could use a block. You could use two books that you have. You could use a pot from the kitchen with that right hand. Left hand to left hip. You could use a chair, a little chair, right? And turning to your left side, and then bring your left arm up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Lift up your right thigh, keep turning, and then release the left hand down. All we're going to do is step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Inhale, lengthen, gaze up, Adho Uttanasana. So straighter legs now. Rock more forward. And then exhale and fold in, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale, lengthen again. Now bring the feet in a little bit closer. Keep the knees bent. Take this left leg way, way back. And then bring that right foot a little bit to the right side. So from here, you want to get off that tightrope. Draw the belly button in. Slowly bring your arms up all the way. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Good. Inhale, reach up. Amazing. And now reach your arms out in front of you. Hover over your leg. It's a challenging moment. And then drop your hands down onto your bolster or your block. Left hand closer to the right foot. Right hand to right hip. Twist to the right side. Right arm lifts up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then release the right hand down. Pivot your right foot in. Line up your big toes. Padarita Padottanasana. And I'm going to put my bolster here. You could have your two blocks underneath your hands. You could have nothing. Right? Inhale, lengthen, gaze up. Exhale and fold in. So now my legs are much straighter, if not all the way straight. Now press down into the floor and let your head drop down. Relax your jaw. Deep breath in through nose, out through mouth. In through nose, out through mouth. Good. One more time. Inhale through nose and out through mouth. Good. Now I'd love you to just kind of walk over to the other side of your mat, or even just a mat to where you can see your two blocks, because I'd love to use those. Take your feet back, come into downward facing dog again. So you've been there, Hips are up high, head drops down low. Draw your belly button in and come right up onto the ball of both feet. And then exhale and drop your heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop those heels. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop those heels. Good. Now bend your knees and walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale and lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. Bend your knees and roll up slow. Draw the belly button in. Keep the knees bent the whole time as you come all the way up and reach your arms up high, all the way up high. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here in Tadasana, just standing nice and tall. That's it. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Just checking on you guys. You look so good. That's it. Amazing. Yeah. So stand tall here. Feel the crown of your head reach up. You're essentially trying to find even steadiness through both feet. So you're not too far forward and you're not too far back on your heels. And you're feeling your heart lift up. That's it. Heart lifts up, breathing into your back body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, can we look out in front of you, like maybe even just like a little speck on the wall that's not moving? So if you can, once you know it, don't look at me because I'll be moving. And bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet in a little bit closer and lift up one of your legs all the way forward. So to lift up a leg and to find balance needs breath. It needs your mindful attention on your inhales coming in and out through your nose. And this will calm your mind so that you're able to feel more balanced in your body. All right, so it has just been a full moon, so we're still feeling the effects of that. And that's when balancing poses are not so great, right? Right? Because we feel a little unbalanced sometimes. Everything's coming to light in a full moon, but that's okay. You're breathing, you're staying steady and calm. You're in through nose, out through nose. This knee's coming up, and we're coming into tree pose. So we're going to bring the sole of this foot to the inner edge of our thigh. And you're going to press the foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot. And then your arms, they can go out to the side. You're breathing in and out through your nose, or they can go up high. You're still breathing in and out through your nose. You're planted down into that foot. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And your tree might be experiencing a little bit of wind, right? So you're moving a little bit, but that's all right. You're staying calm in your moment of challenge. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your tree can look any which way. You can have a mudra, chin mudra, prayer. Inhale to exhale. And we might fall, right? And that's all right. If how we respond to the fall is in fun, that's all that needs to happen. So we're going to now release the leg, bring the leg out in front of us, and then drop it down. Good job, you guys. Just shake it out a little bit because tree pose is not just a balancing pose, it's a meditation. It truly is. So let's try it again. So let's now come back to our yoga mat, and we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Now lift up the leg that you didn't lift up last time. I'm not saying lefts and rights on purpose, just in case people change it up. All right, lift up out of your heart, lift up out of your crown, and then start to bend that knee and bring the sole of the foot to the inner edge of your thigh, pressing your foot into your thigh and your thigh into your foot. Some folks are going to hold it. They're going to hold it right there because that's what helps them stay here, right? Some are going to let go. Some can bring one hand on their knee. Some can bring one hand on their heart. I mean, there's just so many different variations. Breathe in through nose, out through nose. You've got it. That's it. It might be a windy tree, but you're steady. You're here. Inhale, exhale. Amazing. One more deep breath. Hands to heart, foot out in front of you, and then slowly release it down. Good job, you guys. Shaking it out, right? It's not about being perfect in these poses. You guys know that. It's just about being in them when you're able to be in them. That's it. Being more embodied when you can. All right, front of the yoga mat. Inhale, reach up, feet or hips distance. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold into you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in, bend knees. Right leg is going back. Right knee is going to the floor. Keep the back toes curled under. Left knee pretty much above your ankle, right? Inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers, heels of your hands up. Open your heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Release the hands down. Grab onto your blocks or your pots or your whatever you've got, and then take these take your left foot out in front of you. Hamstring. Inhale, lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. If you don't have blocks or anything, bend your knee to get all 10 fingers on the ground. Heart is forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then bend this knee, bring this foot back to where it kind of was. Drop your back heel, check it out. Left heel intersecting back middle arch. Come on up, warrior two. Bring those arms up high. Now, your right hip does come in a little bit, right? Warrior one would be all the way, right? But warrior two isn't all the way open either. We do want a little bit of the hip coming in. And then the arms come up. Look at the right hand. See where it is. Go back, middle left finger. Press into your back foot. Sink it down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale. You got it. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Good. And then exhale. So nice. And windmill your hands down as you step back. Come into plank position. Draw your belly button in and up. And you can always drop those knees, right? You don't have to be in this full plank position. Let's drop knees. Let's drop chest. Let's drop chin. Come all the way onto belly. Sphinx pose. Prop yourself up under your forearms. Such a great place to just find your heart here. Breathing into your heart. Wow, feel the breath in your heart center. Elbows right underneath shoulders. Deep breaths into your heart. Expand the collarbones. Good. If you can't breathe exclusively through your nose, please just breathe how you're able to, right? Really, it is about coming as you are. All right. Let's bring the chin in. Let's bring the forehead down. Let's go ahead and curl the toes under. Let's come up. We haven't moved into child's pose yet. So come into child's pose with your bolster or a couple of blankets or a couple of pillows or nothing, right? So you always have the nothing option. Now I'm coming forward to lengthen my spine to come all the way out. The bolster is down in between my knees, but with enough room so that my head can still be on the bolster. So you can turn your head to one side, or you can have your forehead down. That's it. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Just taking in the effects of your practice up until this moment in time. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So stay in child's pose, but if your head is turned one way, turn it to the other. Don't mind me, but I'm going to get up and change the way that I was, but you don't have to. I'm only doing it because I want to make sure that I have my front to you guys so you can see these positions. All right. So now you can start to come up and move your bolster to the side. And we're going to step the right foot all the way forward, right knee right above your ankle. Go ahead and keep the back toes curled under and lift up through your arms. Go ahead and draw the belly button in, interlace your fingers, heels of your hands up, open up through your heart center, and then sink it down into your hips. Oh, so good for the psoas, so good for the belly, and so good for our quad. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then go ahead and release your hands down. Go ahead and keep those back toes curled under because they're going to help you lift that left knee up from the ground. So it looks like this. So you're ready to run the race. But you're going to drop that left heel down and you're going to line up the right heel with your back middle arch. And then you're going to come up into warrior two. So arms come up here. I like to kind of check out the alignment and front foot intersecting back arch, left hand is up, coming out of the shoulder. And remember, this looks or it appears to be like I'm going forward, like this, or like this, but I'm not. I'm more in the middle. So kind of remember that. The hip is coming in. Stay in the middle as you sink into the right knee. Left hip coming in a little bit, arms up, deep breath in, deep breath out. And then inhale, reach up high with your arms. And then exhale, bend. Good. Inhale, reach up. Amazing. Exhale, bend. You have it. Inhale, reach up. Amazing. Exhale, bend. Good. And then go ahead and windmill hands down, but pivot this right foot in. You were just here. Padarita, Padottanasana. Line up your big toes. Let your head drop down. Inhale, lengthen. Now check this one out. We're going to bend one of our knees. I'm not going to say lefts and rights. I'm just going to bend one of my knees. This is called Sangasana. So it is a challenge for a lot of us. I do love this inner groin stretch that I'm feeling. Some of you might be up on blocks with your hands. Some of you might bring the hands down and just breathe into the tight areas that you're feeling, right? The back of your ankles are probably feeling tight. I mean, it is a bit of a challenge, this one. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. Take your time, bending into the other knee and allowing this other foot to come up, breathing into the inner groins. And you can be up high, remember, or just drop down. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. And now come down onto both knees. So it looks like this. A little bit of a struggle here. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and take your knees wider, 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 wider. Yeah, no, I'm definitely tight because I've been doing a lot more strength training, which is really important for, middle age, for perimenopause and menopause. So I'm definitely feeling tight. I practice yoga because I need it, not because I got it going on. All right, so come down. Maybe you're like me. All right, so you're coming down onto your knees, but not really. This is inner groins. So yeah, it looks like knees, but my feet are out to the side. My feet are flexed. My back is kind of arched. But if you have a tight lower back, don't arch too much, right? So find a place in the middle. My heart is lifted up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Some folks like to bring a block for their foreheads, for their forehead, not two of them. Deep breath in and deep breath out. All right, stay here for 2 more breaths. That's it. Parasympathetic nervous system, really focus on your breath coming in and out of your nose slowly. All right, we move into digesting our day, right? Rather than fighting and flighting our day, we move into digesting these moments when we slow the heart rate down and deepen our breath. All right, let's start to come forward a little. You can start to come out of it, bringing the knees together. And I'd like you to come to where you can find either blocks or you're going to find your yoga pillows or bolster or something. All right, so check this out. We're going to lay all the way back. We're taking a little detour. And you could definitely use blocks. So I'll show you guys how to do that. I've been really liking this one. So you're going to lay back. You're laying back to where your shoulders are off your bolster. You may even feel that you need a pillow or even just a little towel underneath your bum because this arch might be too much for you. Okay, so you may decide. Please experiment. So arms are going to go overhead. Palms are going to be up. Breath is here. My knees are up because it feels a lot to straighten them out right now, but maybe eventually one leg will come down and then the other. You could bring soles of your feet together with knees out to this side, but if you have any stuff going on in the lower back, you may decide that that's too much, or even put blocks underneath both of your knees to lift you up a little higher. All right, so wherever we are, we're finding a place here. Restorative practices, or even just one pose, we could be here for 3 to 8 minutes. Okay, we're not going to stay here that long, but you get the idea. It's kind of like we marinate and we breathe. We breathe into the shape that we're creating. And we allow our beautiful body to be as it is. We allow our body to really take shape of the breath and fullness of our life. We can even take the legs out to the side, right? You're taking up space. Really take up space on a physical sense, an energetic sense, and an emotional sense. It's like you've arrived. You can take up space, and you should take up space, right? So you're there. Deep breath in and deep breath out. So good. Notice with the exhales that you just kind of soften into your spine a little bit more. Your heart is so beautifully lifted here. Inhale to exhale. Maybe you can feel, even if you're in a cold climate, I mean, I am, it's pretty chilly outside, and it's not so chilly inside. I've got the heat going, but it's different to if it were summer outside, right? I still feel like the chilliness. So just happy to kind of feel like, or even imagine the sun and the sun's rays just coming on each body part and on the skin, and how good that feels, and how that brings a smile to the body and a smile to the whole being. Well, maybe that's something you can feel, you can kind of imagine, or maybe you're in the sun, so yay, good for you. Deep breath in and deep breath out. So I'm being guided to twist, for us to twist. So let's bring our knees up like this. Let's roll all the way to one side. Bring the chin in. Go ahead and come up. And before we twist, though, let's just come all the way up and take the legs into like this wide straddle. Looks like this. Yeah, pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. And then go ahead and just bring the hands out in front of you. Inhale and lengthen your heart up. So inner groins are stretching here. Some of you guys are going to feel like you want to come out further. Some of you guys are going to feel like it just feels good enough to just be up here and just have the legs out to the side. So feel where you need to be. Some of you might have a bolster where you just want to bring your head down on it. And that can feel very calming for your mind, just to have your head, your third eye, just kind of sitting down there on the bolster. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then come up, go ahead and bring or grab onto the outer edges of your knees, bring your legs together. Go ahead and cross your legs, sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, take them out to your side. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Now exhale, twist to one side, bring one hand to the outside of your knee and bring the other hand behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting. Good, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale, twisting. Good. And then inhale, reach the arms up high. And then exhale, change the cross of your legs. We always seem to cross the same way. Good. And then twist to the other side, bringing one hand behind you, the other hand to the outside of your knee, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then just turning the corners of your mouth up a little bit. You know, your body doesn't know about, like, sometimes when we turn the corners of our mouth up and we're really not feeling it, we're really not happy or want to smile, the body just kind of wants to feel that emotion of happy. I guess it's like fake it until you make it type energy. But it is true. I have tried it before. I've been driving in my car, just kind of ho hum, right? And then just smiled. And then the body feels that. It's quite visceral. At least it is for me. All right, coming back to center. Just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Just pausing. So nice to feel that pause and the practice that we've already been in a lot, and just feeling the effects of that. Sitting back on your sit bones. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Yeah, you've come into yourself now. That's it. And you come from that place, right? You come from the heart. When you're feeling other people or working with them, coming from your heart as best you can. All right, so let's open up our eyes. Let's bring our knees together. I'm going to grab my yoga strap. Hopefully you have one. If you don't have a strap, maybe you have a towel that you're willing to use as a strap. So I'm just going to come onto my back. Maybe you don't want to use a strap, so you certainly don't have to. But I'm just going to bring the strap to the ball of the right foot. I'm going to bring it all the way up high. I'm going to have the right hand grab onto the right side, left hand grab onto the left side. The left knee is bent, right? So just left sole of the foot on the floor. I am stretching my hamstring, but more importantly, I want to go back into my deep breathing, right? Maybe you never left it. Maybe you've always been there. So in through nose, out through nose. And maybe when you inhale again, there's a pause at the top of that inhale before you take the breath down again. So yeah, you're definitely stretching, but there's so much more happening with your breath that you're not all your eggs are not just in the stretching basket. All right, so left leg's gonna go down, left hand's gonna grab onto both sides of the strap, and we're gonna take a twist. So this right leg is gonna go over to the left side. We're gonna try to have both legs straight, and we're gonna try to bring that left pinky toe to the floor. And then we're gonna try to gaze over to the right side with the right shoulder on the ground. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Some of you guys might decide you want to bend this right knee. You certainly could, or just go with those straighter legs. Inhale, Exhale. Yeah, it's just you're stretching the muscles, right? It's particularly, well, right now, muscles running parallel to the spine, your glute. Yeah, so coming back to center, release your strap just on your belly for a moment. Bring your knees together. Turn up your palms open. Take another pause here of deep breath in through nose and out through nose. That's it. Just working with these poses, because the more we practice them, the more we may pause throughout our day as well, instead of just, going through everything, ticking off every box. Nothing wrong with that, but finding the pausing as well can give you clarity. It can make you feel like you got more time, which is crazy. How could that be? All right, so, well, present moment awareness. So let's bring the strap now to the ball of the left foot, left leg's coming up, left hand grabs onto that strap, right hand grabs onto it as well. And you're deeply, deeply breathing. In through nose, out through nose. You're sensing as well. It's like, oh yeah, wow, didn't realize this hamstring was tight, right? You're getting to understand and understand yourself. And this whole left leg is going down and into its hip socket. So not just overhead, right? It's also coming down. All right, so let's straighten up this right leg. Let's have the right hand grab onto both sides of the strap. Let's go ahead and lift up this left side bum. Let's try to take this left leg over to the right. If I couldn't touch the wall, I would go over a bit more, so maybe you can too. I'm going to bend the right knee. You don't have to. And maybe your right elbow comes down. Maybe you can gaze over to that left side. That's it. Deep breath in, or just the ceiling is great too. Deep breath out. That's it. Soften through your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then coming back or coming to center, releasing your strap. And then hugging both knees in towards your chest and gently rocking yourself from side to side. You're doing so good. Yay. Side to side, side to side. And then just let the left leg go all the way down. Interlace your fingers. Hug that right knee in, pointing and flexing both feet. In through nose, out through nose. And then change sides. In through nose, out through nose, pointing and flexing. That's it. Good. So I would like us to come into final rest. I'm going to go to the wall. You could go to the wall, and you may decide to put down a blanket first, just on the ground before you put your legs up. If you don't have wall space, try not to disturb yourself too much and just lay down on your yoga mat. Take good care of you. Sometimes I use the strap for an eye pillow or my scuff. So you make do with what you have at home. All right, so here we go. I'm going to open up this yoga blanket. Obviously, you using whatever you have. And you do want to keep yourself warm. So if you do have another blanket to place over you, that's great too, or a sweater, something. All right, you keep yourself warm in final rest. All right, so we're going to take the legs up, all the way up. And keep in mind, you don't have to have your bum touch the wall. All right, yeah. And yeah, just keep yourself warm. If you're laying down on your back into final rest and your lower back doesn't feel good, put your bolster underneath your knees, thigh area, or don't even straighten your legs, right? You don't have to straighten your legs. There's no have tos. If you're going to do yoga and there's all these different have tos, it's more important that you listen to your body and what it needs. Truly, I'm just guiding you, but you know best. All right. Now let's settle in here. Let's take a deep breath in. Let it out through the mouth. Yeah. Relax your skin when you do that. The skin, the fascia, the tightness, if there is any. Deep breath in through nose and let it out. That's it. Good. One more breath. Deep breath in through nose and let it out. Amazing. And now just allow your body to rest here just for a couple of minutes. Won't be long. Really try not to, end yourself without your Shavasana. Even if you have to leave early or not do all of the practice, maybe you would still give yourself Shavasana. I would highly recommend that, even just a minute or two. Very, very gently now. Start to bring yourself back to your breath, to the room that you're in. Maybe you would swallow. Yeah, just moving your fingers, your toes. It's very gentle with yourself. And bring your knees in wherever you are, either on your back or at the wall. And just gently roll yourself over to one side, resting yourself to the side. And as you rest yourself to the side, do you remember the intention you made today? Maybe you can keep that in your heart today. Maybe you'll be sharing it with others, but not because you tell them. I mean, you certainly could, but maybe they just kind of can feel that there's a different energy about you, a real calming presence about you. Not that that's the ultimate, but it does feel good to remember our peace, doesn't it? We've all been born with inner peace. I truly feel that way. It's just sometimes it's really hard to locate it, right? With all the chaos on the outside. But that's okay because now we're inside. We feel our peace. So now, if there's anything happening on the outside, we can respond instead of react because we have remembered our peace. It's there. It's there in our breath. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And it's in our whole being because we have practiced. Let's bring our hands into prayer, Anjali Mudra, gently bow into your heart. Let's take a moment here to give thanks to all the many blessings that yoga brings to you and to all those with whom your life touches. Go ahead and take another deep breath in. Let it out through your mouth. I want to thank you so much for touching my life, for being here. It's truly a pleasure. I'm grateful that I get to practice with you, and that until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you're up to. Take good care of yourself now. Namaste. I'm going to turn off the recording.